Hi there, my name is Caroline Puzinas, and I am a Near Eastern archaeologist. I also happen to work in film as an actor, as well as writing my own material. So I sort of thought I would talk today a little bit about the city of Hamilton, some of the older theaters here, because that sort of ties in. I've worked on some classical sites, including the Papos Theater thing in Cyprus, which is one of the oldest Roman theaters, goes back to about 300 BC. Was open for about 800 years approximately. In its heyday, seated over 8,000 people, so very large scale. But we don't have that here, but what we did have was a lot of theaters in the 1920s to the 1940s, including the one across the street that you're going to see here in the clip I'm going to show you now. And that was the Capitol Theater. It used to be a Lowe's Theater when it was built in 1917. Basically renamed as the Capitol Theater in 1930 when Famous Players Theaters actually took over the ownership of that theater chain. And essentially, I would say it probably this street here, King Street, also had a Pantages just down the road, which is unfortunately torn down. Most of these older sort of turn of the century to 1940s, 50s theaters are gone, although we do still have some. At one point, Hamilton had, in fact, more theaters than Toronto in its heyday. It was a huge theater-going city because, of course, being an industry steel town, there was quite a bit of spending money at that time. And what we have here is an interesting story about the Capitol Theater because it also has a ghost story, like the Royal Connaught Hotel here, that I'll show you in a clip as well. And essentially, there is supposed to be the woman in brown, who was the wife of former manager in the 1920s, who mysteriously did disappear. Apparently she went to visit her husband and never left the building. And essentially, according to the word of the staff, all the different staff members, they never saw her leave. So the story was she was buried up in the walls after she was killed, unfortunately, by her husband. So some people claim they've actually had a waitress serve them, the woman in brown, the ghost. So the building right now, the Capitol Theater, what it is, and that is now the Escape Manor. You can still see the original semicircle sort of arch there, which would have led into the lobby, and the marquee sign would have been on that semicircle. And essentially, how it works is that they are restoring it and doing some renovation work. So if there is anything in the walls, perhaps they will, in fact, find that. And you can see the Royal Connaught in the background of me right here, which is the 1930s Art Deco hotel. Also has a ghost, the woman in white. And I'm just going to turn around so you can see the remains of the Capitol Theater here, at least the archway. Behind me, you will see the original facade there. So if you see the semicircle arch above the Escape Manor sign, yes, so that would have been where the sign, the marquee, would have hung. So anyhow, just a short, brief little introduction. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.